Hey, how's it going out there? Rich Ramirez coming to you from Pismo Beach, California. And I just wanted to go ahead and get out this training here on one of the modules that I just went through over here at the Internet Lifestyle Network. And it's called Solomon Discovery Opportunistic Guys. And the scripture that we learned in this one is that the lazy man has no game to roast, but a diligent man sees precious wealth in the land. Proverbs 12:27. And another way of looking at that is basically two people with the same opportunities, but one gets further in life than the other. Or some of you have also heard two people living on the same street, and one one does better than the other. And we usually chalk that up to our environment, you know, the home environment, what kind of teachers they had, and all this other stuff, and life experiences, whatnot. But this particular training, it actually makes you think because you have to list 7 people that you know, whether it's even people from high school, and you write down these 7 people that are doing um, uh, not so much poorly, but um, you're just above them, I guess, financially. Okay. Maybe you own a home and they don't. They're still renting, or um, you just seem to be that much more successful than they are. You know, um, and it's not really to put you on this high pedestal or anything, but it does make you think as to why you're doing better than they are. Because as we just learned here that we all have the same opportunities. So why is it that you're doing that much better? You know, and then what the other half is to also find 7 people that are actually doing better than you. You know, and I know I struggle with that because most of the people that are doing better than me aren't here. Well, there's a few people out here that still live in the area that are doing better than me. I guess they're married, have kids, and they get more tax benefits. But it really comes back down to also our mentors in life. In school, when we're doing poorly, um, even junior high and high school, our parents will go ahead and they'll pay for a tutor, or if you're an adult student like me, um, you 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 spend a lot of time in the tutoring lab. And one of my downfalls was math, and I was taking a what was it, pre-calculus class. uh, yes, pre-calculus class. And I went from an F one semester to an A minus the second semester. Two totally different teachers. I'm a visual learner, so I have to um, I have to see somebody do it, and then give me the opportunity to also uh, do the same thing that that person was just teaching me, just so that I can learn it better. And sometimes I actually have to have the audio because I have a reading comprehension problem where I don't quite understand everything that I read. So sometimes reading it and hearing it at the same time will will do better. Um, so being on in the DSPS program, I was able to actually get some extra time with my testing, so that helped. But we got those tutors, and then of course those of us that are getting up there decide that we want to go back to the gym. We also get a physical trainer because they obviously know what we need to do in order for us to get into that that shape that we want. Whether it's losing pounds or gaining muscle mass, we seek somebody else that understands what we need to do. Okay. And I think the only thing that we really learned as kids was back when we were playing sports. We had a coach back then. They taught us the fundamentals of playing that particular sport. You know, um, so we had our introduction to coaches as a kid. And then if you're also looking into the spiritual side of your life, when you decide to try to read the Bible, I know when the first time I opened it, I didn't understand anything, you know, but I decided to start watching some of Joel Osteen online, and I get his emails, and then I just started to branch out, start to look at other spiritual leaders and whatnot, and listen to the different translations, and that helped because then I was able to understand the verses better. Case in point right here where we went back and we talked about the lazy man has no game to roast. My thought process was, what the heck does a game of Monopoly have to do with roasting? You know? And then it was like, oh yeah, back in those days, you know, the game meant food. So yeah, if you don't get up and go out there on that hunt, you're not going to get your food for the night. So, and the other thing that nobody ever talks about is wealth. Um, Although we're starting to learn that today. Um, Robert Kiyosaki was definitely the first one to probably start opening our eyes on that. And then there's a few other leaders out there also that it all depends on who you follow. You know, was that Warren Buffett and Donald Trump, and then if you get into all the economics of it, you got Alan Greenspan and oh, I'm sure there's a few out there, but I just don't know. So that's okay. If you know other economic leaders out there, go ahead and put them on the in the comment section, because probably wouldn't hurt to go ahead and expand my mind a little bit more. But I put question marks in there because of the fact that that was a certain area that we don't know who to turn to. You know, in life as we get older, we start looking for mentors of wanting to become better. Uh, at least some of us do. Not everybody will. And so that's why I went ahead and I put self-taught, because this is an area in which you do have to teach yourself. You know, in high school they didn't really teach you anything except for maybe balancing a checkbook. You know, did they really go into assets and liabilities? And yeah, if you took accounting, you may have learned it, but if you didn't, you're stuck. And a lot of us learned that back in high school that a house was an asset. So that's why everybody went out and bought a house, because they knew that a house would be an asset to them. But come to find out that a house isn't an asset until that house starts making money for you. You know, as long as you're constantly paying rent, it's a liability. When you're paying your mortgage payments, it's a liability because that's money going out. It's not money coming in. So once you pay off the house and then you start having renters in there, then that money that's coming in on a monthly basis starts being an asset because that's, depends on what kind of house you have. Anywhere from 400 to, you know, $1,500 in rent. $400, who knows? That's probably in the Midwest because certainly not here in California. So anyway, um, so yeah, we start seeking other people to teach us about wealth. Um, so, but anyway, if you want to learn more about what we teach over here at the Internet Lifestyle Network, go ahead and click on this link below, 8figuremarketingskills.com, and you'll be able to go ahead and check out our Facebook group. You won't get into the training per se, but if you pay attention to the notifications, you'll see videos like this that I'm putting out. Um, and then you can go back and see what other people within the group are putting out. And you can see what we're actually learning within the training. Okay, and that's what's nice about this is that we get action points too. So it's like having homework. It's kind of cool, but you get to go at your own pace. I know not everybody has all this time in the world, and we may only have 1 or 2 hours a day, and that's okay. You know, use that time to invest in yourself. Okay, um, because you're only going to get better if you put the time to get better. And as I always like to leave all of my broadcasts here on the YouTube world, do what you love with passion, give yourself grace for your mistakes, and continuously grow at least 1% from the day before. Alrighty, y'all have a great day. Take care. See you on the next time.